Hey everybody, this is your friendly neighborhood therapist, aka retired Pastor Lewis, aka Elder Lewis, aka author, do a little bit of all of that stuff. But guys, I wanted to come today to give you guys a little more information about why I decided to write the book right here entitled The Devil Has a Big ... Now let me address again, I've had people ask, what is the ... because they thought it was something sexual. No, it's not sexual. The ... represents whatever your devil has. Let me explain this a little further. As a relationship counselor, and I've said this before, and it saddens me to say it, don't want anybody to think I'm being judgmental. I cringe when I see women come to therapy and other modalities of help to try to deal with the relationship that's not working for you. When it's with a man, and I need for you all to understand this, it's not just a man that you can't have, it's a man who cannot be had. There are certain type of men, and this is not all men are this way. There are certain type of men who literally practice, rehearse over and over and over again how they need to show up with their big whatever when they have determined that they want to have you in that sexual way, but not in that romantic way, not in that emotional way. Here is what my truth has been. Once again, this is from doing this for almost 3 decades now. A man knows rather quickly if he wants you to be in his life as his partner or as his companion. A partner is different than a companion. When a man is looking for a companion, it's typically one-sided. It's what I want to get from you and what I may give you in return. And here's the thing, ladies, forgive me because this may sound offensive to some of you, but hey, that's my job. It is to offset some of those norms in your world, in your life. A man will study you to see how he needs to show up big in your world. Then he'll show up big in that way. There's a term, you guys may have heard it before, it's dazzle them with your brilliance or baffle them with your BS. Yeah. I think First Lady used that word. Hey, look, you guys know I am from the Church of Keep It Real, and that's what it's about. It's about keeping it real. Here is what saddens me, Bree, everybody. A woman of a certain age already knows that man is going to show up in a way to get the goodies, get what's downstairs, not upstairs or here. You all already know that, but men talk to each other and they say, hey, if you want to get this from her, then you have to show up this way. Do you guys know, boy, the men are going to kick me out of the club when I give you all this information.
You telling all the secrets. All the men's secrets.
A man will borrow his buddy's car. He will borrow his buddy's house. He will have his buddy fabricate a paycheck or fabricate a credit score. Because what we're taught as men is that women are impressed, the peacock, by how big our plumage is, how beautiful the feathers are. We are taught from the time we are young, as I used to say, Thundercats, not to show up in a way that's protective, a way that we're looking for a partner, but to show up in a way to impress you.
And I love that. I love that. Because so often women are impressed by the man that shows up in the nice suit. He's wearing the nice shoes. He's wearing a nice watch on his wrist. He smells good. He drives up in a fancy luxury car. I mean, women see those things and it catches our eye. And automatically we think, oh, he must be doing great. He's a catch. I used to be one of those women that got caught up in that in my younger days. Well, he's driving a nice car, he looks good, he smells good, he has his own business, or he has a nice job, he makes a lot of money, he can take me to nice high-end restaurants. But what I did not know is that there is an inside to a man, a character, an internalness inside of a man. And we often don't take as much time checking that out and vetting that as we do looking at the outside of the man.
Yeah.
Who he is, who he brings, we often say the representative. And then 6 months into it, a year into it, we're like, oh, he's somebody completely different. No, he was always that person. It was just that you saw what he showed you and didn't take the time to see the totality of the man.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Please don't think any less of your friendly neighborhood therapist, Elder Al, when I tell you this. And guys, if you talk to anybody who comes to see me in therapy, they'll tell you Alfonso spits 100% facts with that gospel with it. But I'm not here to tickle your fancy. I'm not here to tickle your ears. I'm here to tell you the truth. I hope you don't think less of me when I say this, but I was telling my wife and my little puppy, since my sister-in-law, we were eating dinner, I think it was about a week ago, that one day as an experiment, I was at a mall over here, and I was driving, that was some years ago, I was driving a high-end luxury car. And there was a parking spot right in front of this hair salon. Is that what you call it? Is it still hair salon? Okay, hair salon. And I mean, you know, brother had on a fresh fit. You know, I was looking all right. I wanted to pull up in front of that shop just to see if I was going to get some looks. And when I pulled up, now here's what I did. Now, believe it or not, this was an experiment. When I pulled up in front of the salon, I sat there. I don't know if I told you that part. I sat there for a while. And as I sat there, I watched the beauticians and the women in the chair turn around to look at this guy in this car. And I got out of the car and just stood there for a while. Now, they didn't know I was doing it, but they were looking at me and looking at what I was driving. Ladies, gentlemen, there's a thing in my field is called transference, and that's when a person thinks that their provider is supposed to be their soulmate. And you ask any provider, physician, and anybody who's in the helping field, it's something that we have to deal with. And women will say, Alfonso, I wish that you had a younger brother. I wish I knew somebody like you. If your wife ever bumps her head and she decides to leave you, you know, just give me a call. I'm first up. And you know what I say? You don't know me. And if you knew my wife, not only would she say take him, she would give you spousal support for me. Okay? But if just me driving a nice car and having on a fresh fit, or drip, if that is all that you're looking for, then that's your dot. And that devil has a big dot. And it's nothing wrong with those things. Nothing wrong at all.
No, not at all.
Nothing wrong with that. I want, when we go out, now I know I'm biased, but this is universally true. I got the baddest chick in the game, okay? And when I go out, I want my ride or die to be looking in a way that the brothers are going to be looking, okay? It's nothing wrong with that. I love that she's a beautiful woman. I love that she likes nice things. I want to do those things for her. But the way I showed up for her was within my authenticity and in my holiness. I wasn't trying to impress her with those things. And y'all know what she actually told me? She actually told me she wasn't impressed by the same car that the other women were looking at. She wasn't impressed. I said, oh yeah, I gotta marry this one. I gotta marry this one. But once again, the reason for writing the book is because men have been taught to attack a woman in that area. And once again, forgive me, you guys who see me for therapy, you know how once again I keep it real. Attack her in that area of her being shallow and not knowing her worth.
There you go.
As I tell my patients, you don't know me. You don't know me. And what I tell them also, I would have never met you if you didn't have insurance that I take or you couldn't afford my fee. But when you're impressed with the surroundings, I got more stuff on my wall here in my office. Those things, for a man who's not grounded, he'll print that stuff off and put it on there and bring somebody over to see if she's impressed by it. or am I wrong?
No, you're right. You're right.
So you have to be careful about recognizing. Here, lady, is where you have to really think about it. The relationships that you've had. Did you look for that man with a big ... Can we be honest about that? Did you look for that man with that big ... Or did you say, no, I want to see if there's some substance in his character? And if you haven't, what it means is that you have to do some inventory and see if there's something wrong with your decision maker.
Absolutely.
Which is why you keep going for the man with the big car, with the big house, with the big personality. You got to know that for yourselves, ladies.
Absolutely. And women have to know who they are. You have to start becoming self-aware of who you are, and not just make it all about trying to get a man. You know, why are you trying to get a man? You know, what is it that you want this man to do for you? Really take some time to explore that. Why do I want to be in a relationship? Why do what is it that this man can do for me? You know, am I looking for him to fulfill an emotional need, a physical need? Do I want the whole totality of a relationship? I mean, really take the time to explore that and look at yourself. You know, who are you? What is it that you're looking for in a man? What characteristics do you have within yourself? I mean, I went through an entire self-discovery process over years and years and years of bad relationships, and just stepping back and learning some lesson and gaining some wisdom through that. So your book is definitely relatable, because I remember going through several of those scenarios that you present in the book.
And you know what, I don't think, Bree, what I know, and I want you to speak on it. I think a lot of times when I'm doing therapy and I'm telling somebody, I'm sorry, but this is the pattern. This is what you need to work on. A lot of times I find it's hard for somebody to hear that level of truth, because then they have to take responsibility for the devil that they let in their house, in their heart, in between their legs, and everything else.
Absolutely. It's hard sometimes to hear some things about yourself that are not pleasant. And often, if we hear something like that, we're quick to say, oh, get away from me with that negativity. You know, I don't want that in my life. But the truth is that we all have character flaws. None of us are perfect. We have things within inside of us that we need to become aware of, and we need to work on and improve. And it's wonderful when you can learn to accept that type of feedback about yourself and hear it and receive it.
Yeah. And this it's not about trying to hurt, it's about trying to help.
Yes.
I had to tell one of my patients on Wednesday that the only way to your healing is to embrace the pain, because the pain lets you know that those nerves are still working. When you're in an accident, you go to the hospital, one of the first things they do is check, do you feel this? Yeah, that hurts. Oh, I'm sorry that it hurt, but it lets me know that those nerves are intact. Ladies, a lot of you don't want to hear the reality that you keep allowing that same devil in, because you're impressed by his plumage with that peacock. You're impressed by what he drives, by what he makes and everything else. And I gotta say again, there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with wanting a man who can show up for you in a certain way. But when you look at the pattern of the relationships that you've been in, there is usually a sign early on that this is not what I think it is, and maybe I ought to pull back. But this may be hard for you all to hear. A lot of you think that you have a special brand of loving or cooking or whatever else that's gonna make that man stay. There was a reason why the devil was kicked out of heaven. There was no more place for him. You have to look at that pattern that keeps bringing those devils in your life. Close that door. Embrace your pain in order to get to your healing. That's what this book is about. Looking at what that devil had that was big in your life that caused you to sell, metaphorically speaking, sell your soul when you already knew that the price was too high.
Good stuff.
You think so?
Stuff. Yeah.
She liked that car I had. She was feeling the brother with that car. Hey guys, once again, please get your copy of this book. I'm going to be doing a live podcast, not this Monday, the first Monday after the new year. Yeah, so it is. Wait, today is Sunday. Yeah, not tomorrow, but it's going to be the following Monday. Hey, I'm tired, okay? But I'm going to be doing a live, a Facebook Live or on the gram or something like that, because it's going to be an opportunity for you all to ask questions. Maybe some of you who've wanted to know a little more, but you've been intimidated about going to see a therapist. I'm going to be on live, give you guys an opportunity to ask some questions and maybe begin that process of going through your painful place so that you can get to that better version of yourself.
Yes, I love it.
All right, so normally when we were still passing First Lady, this is when we would close out in prayer, give the benediction. I'm just going to say peace. Y'all get your copy of the book, and we love you.
Love ya.
God bless you.